Not a kicker or a punter here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And we're underway in Caesars Superdome. And look at this return. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. So out head the Falcons for their first possession. And leading them out is a master at overcoming adversity before and after being drafted 8th overall in 2024. Out of your alma mater, Washington, it's Michael Penix Jr.
There were times, I'll be honest with you, Kate, that I wish I played baseball. Because you have a bad outing, like this QB did last week with no touchdowns, a couple interceptions. In baseball, you get to play the next day. You get to flush it right away. He's had to sit on it all week long, and you know he wants to rectify it here.
All right, here we go. Second down. Penix here from the gun. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. It's a good work to help reset those chains.
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Algier gets it on the counter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on third down. Penix working from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one doesn't go far.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
He's got it to his running back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. They're set up at the 35 now. Penix on first down. Finds him over the middle. And he gets him around 6 there. Justin Reed with the tackle.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. And again, it's Penix. Looking right, and he finds him. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Falcons will have a first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Into the hands of Pitts. And he drives this forward to the 6.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
And he's stopped cold by that defensive front. Nothing for them on second down, and now it's 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, Penix. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. The rookie from Oklahoma has it. 40. At the 20. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. Just tried a little bit too hard to get that third down conversion. Brock wanted so badly to keep that opening series going, and that one cost him.
Yeah, I think it's less, Kate, in this case about the throw and much more about crediting the defense who was ready and willing to be opportunistic, not just knock that ball away.
Yeah.
They wanted to take advantage of that opportunity, and they jumped on it.
Blake Groupie to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. On the return, here's Ray McLeod. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Falcons taking the field for their second drive. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already this is an important contest for them that could have postseason implications down the line. Beginning on the ground with Algier. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Penix now on 1st down. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Throw reeled in by London. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. We're going to look here at the receiving numbers for him from last week. Second and 3 now. Going right side, Robinson with it. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still first down.
Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. Penix. He'll get this complete to Mooney. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Got him in, it's London. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Algier. And he's in, it's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons reach pay dirt for the first time this game. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this, slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons tie this game 7-7. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And bringing them out as a former 5th rounder from South Carolina. And before that, Oklahoma, it's Spencer Rattler.
You know, one thing I get a little tired of around draft time, Kate, is hearing all these people say, oh, he can make every throw. He can make every throw. Technically, sure. Every guy that's drafted can make every throw. But how special are those throws? How much accuracy? How much zip when he comes?
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We spend so much time talking about an offense and how they script their first 15 plays typically. But how about that defensive coordinator, that head coach? Heck, every player on that sidelines, you couldn't script it any better. Well, other than maybe taking the ball away, creating a negative play, creating a sack, creating offense now behind the chains. That's exactly how you're looking to start.
Give him 2 yards there, and it's now 3rd and 14. Rattler to the air now. Gets this to Johnson. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Penix looking to pass. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They start out with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And a fair catch made here at the 17. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Saints will get set to take over. Throwing from the gun here. Connects with Johnson. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Kamara gets it off the option. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. David Onyemata there for the stop. And the Falcons get a 5th defensive back out there. 3rd down coming. Here's Rattler. This is reeled in by Kamara. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out. He gets 6 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
That's caught by Chris Olave. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Kamara now on 1st and 10. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing is Rattler. He finds Johnson. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the 1st. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Kamara running out of the gun. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. That's a short gain of 1. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. Another run for Kamara. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Rattler setting to throw. Olave with the catch. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Now we'll take a timeout as they work on the injured player, and it's Chris Olave who's in some pain. On 4th down, out comes the Saints field goal team and Blake Grupe. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash. It's far enough, but no good. He sent it just a little bit right. And the score remains knotted, 7-all.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. And this is an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Robinson on the inside give. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
On 1st down, here's Penix. That one's complete to London. And they bring him down around the 34.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. Ooh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards. Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 1st down.
So they'll only need 5 now after that neutral zone infraction penalty. 1st down from the red zone. Drops. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
What a great opportunity for him. You can almost feel that bounce in his step. Facing the southpaw, and he gets to rush the blind side. Anytime he beats that right tackle, it just comes down to his closing speed and his finishing ability at the quarterback.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Penix working from the gun. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll go down here at the 16. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Ooh, the hard count worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the 1st. Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of 3rd down, they're now defending 1st and 10. They'll have a new set of downs following that defensive penalty. Penix on 1st down. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Dumps it off to his running back. And this one does not go far. The Falcons spend the 1st of their 3 timeouts. Penix facing a 3rd and long. his target, Robinson. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. So now on 4th down, the Falcons electing to send Younghoe Koo after the field goal. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Saints are going to take over now near the end of the half. And normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. Looking to throw, Rattler. Completed to his running back. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Rattler back to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Penix now on 1st down. Finds the in route complete. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 41. Got a man, it's London. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. Penix here from the gun. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. We've reached the midway point of this game. The visiting Falcons taking a lead into that locker room. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Brock Heward.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. He fields it from the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Saints and running back Alvin Kamara trotting back out to the field. And his performance has ailed against what has been a very stout defensive front. This hasn't been a contest to stack up there among his better showings, partner. They've made it real difficult to find any holes to hit, and there's been absolutely no space for him to work with. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. From the 34. This finds Cooks complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. New set of downs for him at the 38. They run it from the gun with Kamara. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Divine Diablo there on the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's an option play to the left. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Rattler. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Now Rattler. Gets this to Johnson. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Gets this one to Shaheed. Nowhere really for him to go. He steps out, and they're going to lose some yardage. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Shaheed coming in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
And his charge towards the line, it's right around 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Oh, they're going option to the left side on 2nd. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
And the defender comes away with it. Clark Phillips with the pick. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the 2nd half of a 1-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Chase Young bringing him down there. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing Penix. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's Robinson up the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw. Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down carry for Algier. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. They gain 14 on the play. And the Falcons will have a first. Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still first down.
Now talk about a golden opportunity at an immediate first down following that encroachment flag. From the shotgun, Penix. This one soars over everybody in the end zone. Just had to get rid of it. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Now we're on with Robinson. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's third and less than a yard. A toss now to Robinson. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They get 2 on the play, and now they've got first and goal.
Kate, I'll give some credit to the defense there. Limited the gain to the outside, contained him for minimal yardage, but it was going to be tough to stop him from getting a first down as close as they were to the sticks.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still first down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Here's Penix to throw. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Falcons push their lead further to start the half. Drake London with the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead.
You spend all week on two-point plays, trying to get to your best options, but ultimately sometimes the execution of that pass, it doesn't work.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Saints and Spencer Rattler coming out for their next drive. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Running behind center with Kamara. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Play made there by Clark Phillips. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing is Rattler. He finds Johnson. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Ooh, the hard count worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the first. Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of third down, they're now defending first and 10. First and 10 for him now, following the penalty. They'll run here, following the penalty. Stiff arm success. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Going to the ground again on first. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. So we're through 3 here. It's the Saints' ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They stay on the ground with Kamara. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. We'll pause now for an injury. That's Alvin Kamara, who's shaken up as the trainers head out to look at him. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Rattler. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now here he goes. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Taken in by Shaheed. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Rattler setting to throw. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Rattler to the air now. Has it in close. Touchdown, New Orleans. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Group B to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Here's a return from the 7. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Falcons and Michael Penix Jr. set to take over again. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense will probably rather forget. To the sideline and secured by London. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Algier running behind center. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up. Penix working from the gun. Escapes, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. Went for 48 with his first kick, and this one looks even better. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. So no return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Looking to throw, Rattler. Catch made by Cooks. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. On the give, it's Miller. And he fought the good fight there just to make it back to the line. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd. Again, it's Miller. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Rattler back to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
From the gun, Edwards-Helaire gets it. And he's able to work this down to the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and they only need 3 more now on 3rd down. They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
How many times, Kate, how many times do we sit in these meetings and the coaches will tell us the same thing? We win this game. We win these situations Monday to Saturday. That was awesome. That was short yardage recognition of that run, and they demolished it.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Now here come the Falcons on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 28. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Pitts brings it in. He'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And a fair catch made without incident just inside the 25. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be their football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That's going to be caught by Cooks. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Rattler. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints facing a 5-point deficit. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Trying again following the sack. And his pass is going to fall incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
To throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Trying to force one through there. So that brings up 4th and long. Now to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. This is caught inside the 15. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints jump in front late. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
So here are the Saints facing a consequential 2-point attempt. They send him straight up the middle. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Well, I know we normally look for where the breakdown occurred here, partner, but I think he just made a really good play defensively to get back there.
Yeah, you're not just thinking. He absolutely did it. That defender was reacting. Go shoot your shot. And that is teaching tape for that.
Reed now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. The Falcons and Drake London headed back out onto the field. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. Back to throw. Got a man. Robinson has it. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here. He's on the move. He'll step up, and there he goes. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. New set of downs for him at the 38. Here he is to throw. Escape. And really, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Setting up to pass. Into the hands of Pitts. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Here he is to throw. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. He'll look to throw it. Rolling left, buying some time. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Running right is Algier. And he's brought down for a loss. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. Looking to throw it. Oh no, the ball is loose. And the Saints grab it. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. And they finally drag him down, but not until after a this return. So it's a win for the Saints. And they're stacking momentum right away this season as they begin the year 2-0. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Saints as we say so long from New Orleans.